The which time going to allow him to slide in with the side B, and yeah, that is a ton of damage that can tend to follow, not even in double digits yet for Dialga, so almost to a sense, Coney picking up where he left off the last time we saw him, but Null has proven a couple of times that he is more than capable of making some sensational comebacks. So if I'm Dialga, I cannot take my foot off the gas knowing that this young man too is well prepared for the long haul.
I love the hesitation from Null. If you notice, every time Dialga is sort of DIing into him, holding in, Null is waiting a second because Dialga has constantly shown the threat of that witch time. Null looking very well prepared here in the first match of this set. Null sort of seeing through a lot of Dialga's tricks.
All right.
I almost feel like Null, to an extent, needs to just start like behind like 70-80%. You know what I mean? Because that's really when he starts to kind of flourish and start to put things together. Like when he's at these crazy deficits, they just think, oh, yeah, this stock doesn't have a chance.
Like
but even so, if I speed that, he drops it right there. He's got Dialga at 134. Compared to how this started, that is not something you might have had in mind.
Yeah, no question. Dialga trying to get back on stage is going to rack up a bit of damage. This is sort of
beat her up.
Beat her up. Getting hit by Bayonetta. And there is that slide. You saw it right there. Did not hit the second hit, and Null wasn't ready. The up B is going to come out, but unfortunately, that witch twist stuffed the jump. And Null is down on their last stock. What looked so strong at the start has now really dwindled into nothing for Null, who's now down 2 entire stocks.
And it's just that extra bit of commitment from Dialga that made the difference on that stock. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about
Dialga
it.
got knocked out.
Kind of tethery arms. You think you're going to have more distance on that recovery, but no, you just fall a little bit short. Then you might imagine now it is a complete stock, basically in a half of just percent deficit that you're seeing Null face. So Dialga, yeah, he is, again, just kind of piling Bayonetta to perfection at this point.
And one of the frustrating things is that Null was looking so strong, was really baiting out Dialga's witch times and was trying to wait a second just to see if Dialga would try to go for it. And it felt like Null had all the answers, but now he's back at square one, and even if he has those options ready, even if he waits for Dialga, so what? He's not ahead anymore. He has to make something happen on his own. He can't wait for Dialga to make a mistake. And you see Dialga exactly. Null can't afford to wait to swing anymore. It's not like he could just sit there and be even with Dialga. He needs to make a play.
One more
and Dialga
round
knows
to go.
that.
And
because of that, he's able to throw out the witch time, sensing Null's desperation and taking that first game.
You know, Coney, I almost get a sense that the powers that be specifically decided to make sure today's event was a doubleheader because they knew Dialga was in the bracket, and we know his speed run pedigree at this point. Okay, because he is out here trying to make sure it is 2-0s across the board when he's involved.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Regions 5 and 6, this might be one of the fastest broadcasts we've ever had. Only about an hour and 20 minutes, and that's including breaks and ads. So I don't know here, as we're on Kalos for this potentially final game, Dialga trying to take home that championship trophy. We'll have to see. As Null trying to make his case, he needs to win 4 games. And we'll see if Dialga lets it happen, but right now Dialga is just looking so strong. 4
games is certainly a tall ask at this point, but it all starts with this first one, right? It's all starting with getting yourself on the board. Not a bad start, though, here to be in the lead. So Null showing what he can do. He can play very efficiently, not only from behind, but in the lead as well. This would be a huge moment if he's able to get the stock, and he is. I love it. Null only taking 40%, saying, hold up now. Don't plan your brunch out just yet. We still got some more action to deliver for you.
I love the constant threat, even from mid-stage. Dialga off-stage and Null able to place those arms just so expertly, and I think that's Null's X-factor. That's where he comes alive, is if he could catch you
Don't
off
let
stage.
him get to you,
now,
Dialga.
Null is actually showing so much
Null
proficiency here. You saw Dialga go for that witch time, trying to punish Null's aggression. Null waited a second. He was in the driver's seat, and Dialga is going to pay for it heavily.
Yeah, this is insane. This is Null showing up and really just finally taking the fight to Dialga, which he needed to do, right? Needed to kind of set that tempo, set that tone early. Did just that. Has amassed a tremendous lead at that, but Dialga still has a stock, so of course, like I always like to say, still has a chance. Not going to be somebody who's just going to kind of throw it away and just proceed to the next game. No, you're going to have to earn every single percent in every single stock. That is for sure. And even at this deficit that he's facing, really not out of the question for him to maybe bring this one back. I mean, you see Coney, he hasn't been touching like the last 30 seconds. It's just been all-out aggression on the part of Dialga.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Null cannot be too comfortable. Let's not forget how he lost that second stock in the previous game, just getting stuffed out on that recovery, losing his jump immediately. There's the forward air, and that will do it. The Star KO. Dialga only 40%
tied
roughly,
to one stock.
and Null is coming back.
The champion.
You have to remember, he did get the KO at 80, 70 something very early before, but now Dialga is slowly creeping his way back into this match.
Man was literally like, lead what lead? Okay, let me go ahead and just go ahead and bring this back to a more even footing. Okay, still the deficit is faced about 60%, but that's not too much for Bayonetta to make up, trying to keep distance and to space out these approaches. Like the side B attempts, but not able to connect. No, not giving up.
Oh no, the
damage. This could be big, and it is the assist with the laser coming out of that dragon arm to secure victory for Null, breaking this 2-0 streak of Dialga and forcing his third game, Coney.
Yeah, finally showing a way to make Dialga bleed a little bit. Dialga, and not any of that was anything like a forced error or anything. It's not like Dialga SD'd off the stage or fell off like we see sometimes from Bayonettas. Every single time, Null had some kind of surprise for him off stage, and I think that Dialga playing Bayonetta feels so comfortable out there. I think that he sort of feels like he can be uncontested in a lot of ways, because Bayonetta's, you know, that side after
win this.
Will go through.
Who's going to be the champion?
Is so strong, but Null has those arms which can reach all the way out there with zero risk. I think Dialga just was not ready for that.
All right, the same stage.
Oh, and look at that, going right back to the stage that allowed Null to get on the board, to allow Null to take that first, to hand Dialga first L of this top four. Okay, hold up now. So that could bode very well for Null if he can repeat that success and really force us into a second set of grand finals. That'd be pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie.
No question. I think the impetus is on Dialga to not get too comfortable off stage. Null has been placing those offstage smash attacks so well. Null is not fall. Oh, no way. 108. I was going to say.
Oh, no.
One thing that I'm noticing is that Null has not been falling for the witch times, has been falling for the sort of jump next to your shield and then witch twist like that. Yeah, Null is just holding onto the shield a little bit longer. Dialga does not seem like he has many other tricks to show us. So Dialga needs to, I think, switch gears a little bit, because right now Null is outpacing.
Dialga got knocked out.
I think Null's kind of just realized a lot of these approaches that Dialga is elected to go for, I could just react to them, right? I could just decide to, okay, just hold my shield for that extra little bit of time. Maybe just spot that, just wait and just be patient and understand, okay, this has been a recipe for success for you all throughout this tournament, but if I just mix up the formula just even a hair, you're not quite, it doesn't seem like you know exactly what to do.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness, dial it up. We could be heading to another set at this pace. My goodness, Null just imposing his will at the moment against Dialga.
We were talking so much about Dialga resetting the bracket, just speed running, just destroying this entire bracket. Well, it seems like he's going to lose some precious time here, as it looks like we're going to a second game. I think the run may be over for Dialga in terms of the speed run. As you see the witch time, Null putting out the second fist and stopping Dialga from taking that first stock from Null, who's just holding onto it forever.
Just nothing going the way of Dialga, and you know, having a battle on Kalos again, back to back, that could very well be a big factor in this as well. Like, there's just a whole lot of things that are not going in favor of Dialga, which is looking like it's going to force him into another set, which time connecting, and so does the fist. But I mean, at this point, does it even matter? I'm not one to count Dialga out, but you know, the threat of the reset is looming, and on cue,
Null is the champion
with the slot. That'll do it.
That's a JV3 stock for Null against Dialga, and not only a win,
another one coming
but
up,
a huge win, right? That's a big
Regions
statement
5 and
to go
6,
into
I believe.
the reset. So let's keep in mind, Null has won the first set of grand finals, but since he was coming from losers, he actually has to win one more time against the